welcome back to my nail corner. Today we are going to get into a West Coast Dips mani. These are some of the beautiful colors that Jolene sent over to me recently. The ones on the right there, those 5, are from a beautiful collection she released just before Valentine's Day, and I just checked and they are still on the website. I was super into that glitter right there, and as soon as I saw it, I had something in mind, and that's what we're going to get into today. But before we do, I am going to apply my peel base. Now, because I am such a team player, and I know that currently UNT peel base is unavailable on Amazon, I have been trying out different peel bases to see how they compare and what I can recommend to you guys. And at this time, I did not have the West Coast Dips peel base yet. I do have it now and will try it out for you guys and let you know what I think. But I went ahead and ordered Cuticle and tried it out. So I'm going to apply that real quick to my nails, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to tell you what my experience was. So for me, my kind of benchmark being UNT peel base is that it is pretty quick drying. I find that UNT dries down in about 3 minutes on my nails, and then I can go right in with my application. You heard me talk in my last video about this if you watched it, and that is that my first dip, I want to see full coverage. If the peel base reacts to my dip base and makes it dry super fast, so my first layer of dip is patchy, that doesn't make my heart so happy. I mean, it's fine. There is a workaround for it. You can do an extra layer of dip, or you can do a layer of dip base by itself, let that dry super fast, and then go in with your dip base and your dip powder after that. So again, there are workarounds for those issues, but I know that for me, my UNT peel base dries down quickly, and then I don't have a patchy first layer. So that's kind of what I'm looking for in a comparable peel base. So I ordered Cuticle. It was, I think, like $11, but the shipping was like $6 or $7. So it's a little bit steeper than what I was paying on Amazon for UNT, but like, hey, if it works, it works. So I let that dry, and it was dry in like 3 minutes. It looks very similar on the nail to the UNT. It's kind of like a satiny finish. It's not really glossy. Yeah, just kind of satiny. So we're going to get into our dips. I have my West Coast Dips dip base out. It performs perfectly for me. So if you're in the market for dip liquids, definitely check them out while you're shopping. And then we are going to go in with this beautiful pink from that I don't know if it's the Valentine's collection. I think it's actually called like Unchained Love or something super catchy like that. But anyway, this dip in particular, I believe, is called Dreamy. You know, I looked it up right before this, and I looked at so many names of dip powder today. I was doing a lot of swatching, that it's making me doubt. But look at that, full coverage first layer. So that to me is an incredibly promising sign. So Cuticle, like 1 for the charts there. I did pop these off with 0 issue. No problem. It didn't like hang on or fight me or anything. I will say I had a couple of pop-offs like pretty quickly after I did this mani. So if you're somebody that wants your mani to maybe last a little bit longer, this might not be your winning peel base, but for my purposes, it worked great. You know, I did love how this mani turned out, and I wouldn't have been sad if it had lasted a couple of days, but I can sacrifice that because my nails have some protection layer over them. But yeah, just reporting how it worked out for me. So this beautiful pink applied so nice. Again, I believe it's called Dreamy, but I will put all the details and links and everything down in the description box. I've been asked before about discount codes for West Coast Dips, and they have a first time shopper code that's welcome 10, and that's down in the description box. She does have some ambassadors or affiliates, or I'm not actually sure what their relationships are, so I shouldn't speak to them, but I have seen some other 10% off discount codes in their Facebook group. So if you're looking to shop West Coast Dips and you've already used the first the Welcome 10 code, then definitely check out the Facebook group, and then I'll link that in the description box below as well, and you can find other 10% codes there. But also keep in mind that if you are a US shopper, your dollar is going to go a little bit further while you're shopping, because these are West Coast Dips is a Canadian business, so it's super fun. She's really close to where I am, but it's crazy when she ships to me, it has to go like from across the border in Canada. I'm in Washington. It goes like down to California and somewhere else before it gets to me. But we literally, if there wasn't COVID, could just like pop across the border and meet each other. But hopefully someday in the near future, we can do that. Hopefully we can travel freely again someday. Do you guys remember what it was like when we got to do normal things? I hear other states are getting rid of their mask mandates, and I am just praying it comes here soon. I would love my kids to be able to go to school and see each other's faces and all of those normal things again. But that being said, my son had COVID last week. Again, we had it last February. He got it this year. Super mild compared to last year. Like last year, it was like a bad flu and we were out for the count. All 4 of us got it. This year he got it. He had a temperature around 100 or just hovering under 100 for like 2 or 3 days, and minor cold symptoms like congested, not even a runny nose. That was it. And it was really actually pretty simple as far as regulations go. This year he had to, he was tested, and then they said 5 days from his onset of symptoms was when he was supposed to stay home, basically. My kids are homeschooled already, but they do a day and a half a week at a school facility with other homeschooled kids in a classroom setting with a teacher, so they have kind of that socialization opportunity. But anyway, so after 5 days of his mild symptoms, he was able to go back, and none of us caught it. It was actually more annoying that we had to have my daughter tested multiple times in order for her to continue to go to school. But hey, we jumped through the necessary hoops and got through it with mild irritation. So anyway, now I've done 2 dips of that beautiful pink, and we are going to get into this glitter. Now, the look we're going for, if you saw the thumbnail, is the kind of, I feel like it's a recent trend. It took me a minute to get brave enough to try it, but it is a peekaboo look. And I will tell you guys, this is a trust the process look, because I did the first portion of this, and even down to like my activating, I was like, this is not going to be good. But after I filed and buffed, I was really in love with this look, so much so that I've done it again since I filmed this mani with different colors. I'm just really digging it, and I think it's probably going to be a personal preference thing. Some people might look at it and be like, what did you do wrong? But I thought it was really cute and just something different. I've been doing dip powder nails for 5.5 years now, and so when a new kind of trend hits, it's fun to try something new, see a new look, and figure out if I love it or hate it. So this one, I ended up, verdict is back, I loved it. So you want to take your dip base and apply it at the cuticle line like so. It doesn't have to be a perfect application. It's actually, I found, kind of hard to get your dip base to just like lay in a crescent around that area of your nail, because the brush kind of naturally lays flat as you pull towards the tip of your nail, if you know what I mean. But I found that it didn't matter too much. So you just want to get around the cuticle line there, and then dip into your glitter. I did go ahead and just pat it down so any pieces that were sticking up were laying flat, and then I'm going to go ahead and place a few of those larger chunky pink glitters close to the cuticle line so that they'll show up in the end, because the gold and pink like glitter combo I was in love with. In fact, while I was applying this, I was really sad that I was going to cover the bulk majority of it up. So don't be surprised if you see this glitter pop out in the near future again, because I really, really liked it. I believe it's called Elegance. Don't quote me, you guys, but do check the description box because I will make sure I list all the correct names and product links and all of that stuff below. But this is a glitter worth picking up. It's beautiful, and I really do enjoy the West Coast Dips glitter formulation. If you've heard me talk about glitters before, chunky glitter in particular, some brands, when you get chunky glitter from them, it's literally like clear acrylic and then a bunch of glitters. That's not my ideal. I like it when there's a lot of tiny filler glitters and shimmers. It just makes, I don't know, it just makes for a really smooth applying chunky glitter, and also it fills in all the background. So if you have just clear and then kind of your chunkier glitters, you're going to have clear spots in that application where you can see through to your nail. And that's fine if that's the look you're going for, but I really love, it just seems like a really quality move when a brand puts together a really good filler, like a background for their chunky glitter. And West Coast Dips has that down. Her chunky glitters are quality and I love them. So now we've got that little bit of glitter base around the cuticle line, and we are going to go in with the, I guess, top layer of the peekaboo. And I'm going to use that same pink that's on my other fingers. But I'm first going to dust off that excess glitter because I don't want to contaminate that pink with glitter if at all possible. And that's a little bit of a risky game when you have glitter on your nail and then you're about to dip into a solid. But we're going to take the gamble and it's going to work out just fine. But I do recommend, if you're going to dust off that glitter, don't do it after you've opened the solid, because then you're going to get your glitter dusted right into there. So I did this a little differently on the two nails, kind of to see what kind of shook out best in the end. They were fairly equal. So let me explain. The first layer of pink that I'm doing right here, I went ahead and applied my dip base, kind of a good amount onto the glitter. So as you can see there, I covered up a decent amount of the glitter with my dip base, and therefore when I dipped in powder, it covered up a good amount. On the second nail, I opted to only take the dip base up to the edge of the glitter. So basically just covering the portion of the nail that doesn't currently have dip powder on it. And then with my second layer, went further up on top of the glitter. I hope that makes sense. Now that I've said it and then you can see it happen, it should make sense. But I wanted to see if it made any difference in kind of the opacity of the powder over the glitter, if one looked better than the other. You can judge for yourself in the end, but I did want to draw your attention to the fact that I did them both a little bit differently. So if in the end result you like one over the other, then you know how to go about this and attacking it when you do it on your nails, which if you do, please tag me. I would love to see your manis. It just like blesses my heart so much when you guys, tag me on a Facebook post or an Instagram post and say, like, I saw this and it inspired me to try it, or whatever the case may be. I love seeing your artwork on your nails come to life. So I appreciate you guys doing that. And I hope that when you see something like this, you'll realize, like, I don't know what I'm doing either. I'm just giving it a try. So trust the process, give it a try. And like I've said before, worst case scenario, you don't like it. They're just nails. You can remove it. It's no big deal. So I hope you'll try something new like I did. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I'm going to do my second dip on that middle fingernail, and then I'm going to cap everything in clear. And I think that you'll see that I was definitely questioning myself in this decision, but in the end, it all shook out, and I will be back in a couple minutes to wrap this up with you. All right, so I have filed, shaped, and buffed. That was a quick glimpse. I promise you'll get a better look at the end here. And now I'm going in with my gel base and my gel top coat. I do love myself some West Coast dip gels, and when I finish off a mani with gel top coat, I apply gel base first, which will help my gel top adhere really nicely and not peel off the dip powder. So while I do that, I just wanted to chat at you guys. I am trying really hard to get back on schedule and life keeps throwing me for a loop. So if this actually, I'm recording this voiceover Friday night, it should be uploaded by Saturday morning. If it is, be proud of me because I conquered my demons and got this uploaded on my upload day on time. But man, life is just continuing to throw loops at me. Last night my husband was at work and I got a quick message from him that he was going to be late, and it turned out a lot of people's worst nightmare happened, and 2 of his coworkers were shot in the line of duty last night. Thankfully, they have survived. They are in stable condition, but definitely with life-altering injuries, and it rocked our world. It was really close to home. These are friends. These are people we've sat at meals with. These are my husband's brothers in blue, and so our life was truly rocked, and we are grateful that their lives were spared and that my husband walked in the door last night. It just had a whole new meaning. We've always been grateful for his safety in the years that he spent in law enforcement and before that in the Marine Corps. But some days the reality of that blessing, truly blessing and privilege every time he gets to walk in the door, sometimes it just hits you harder, hits you really, really deeply. I grew up in a law enforcement family. My dad was a law enforcement officer in Philadelphia for 26 years. And so it's not a foreign concept to me. So I think sometimes I become comfortable with the idea, but days like yesterday really bring it home. So anyway, if you're a praying person, we all appreciate your prayers for safety ongoing and for the recovery of those officers and friends. All right, back to nails. I really love the way this turned out, and I hope you guys too. The Peekaboo Mani has got my heart. I have it on my nails right now in a different color. I will pop a picture in here so you can see that. It's Triple D Lilac and Let Them Eat Cake, but you will see that pop up on my Instagram in the next week or so here. But this one with the pink and the gold, oh my goodness, so pretty. So I'm hydrating my cuticles now with my Candi skincare. I have my body butter right here next to my bed where I'm sitting recording this, and I am always using these products. I have her new product, the whipped oil, on the way to me, and I cannot wait to try that out because any new product from Candi Skincare, I am up for it. All right, well, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you in my next vid. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate you being here. Bye now.